I'm Eric Nasey with Newsshooter.com. We're at the Sony event here at Cine Gear 2018, and I'm joined with John Landau, and you have a very impressive Venice setup here. What do we got here, John?
What we have here is one of Sony's incredible Venice cameras that they have taken the undertaking to separate the optical block into a very lightweight unit that has allowed Jim Cameron to film the Avatar sequels with a lightweight 3D rig. And we could have 20 foot of extension here on these cables, and it's really no loss of quality. That was the key to us, to be able to get the incredible high dynamic range that the Venice camera has, the blacks and the skin tones, without any sacrifice by separating the optical block.
This is insane. Like, actually, when you think about it, what it takes to shoot 3D, you know, it takes 2 full rigs set up. This is basically like a full rig and like a third, maybe a quarter?
Even less. The weight of this is really nothing, and it enables us to put 2 of these on one beam splitter rig and shoot 3D from a Steadicam, from a handheld, from a remote crane, anything. And Jim can shoot you know, Avatar now with the same flexibility, if not more, than he had when we filmed Titanic.
And you also now can record both cameras to Venice?
So we're going to be recording with 2 Venice cameras. They're going to go back down the chain. We keep both of the left and right eye image separate until we get into post-production, because we need the quality for 2D presentation as well. So, and you know, what we're looking forward to is being able to go out into the theaters and actually display high definition, high dynamic range material in theaters with laser projection. That's a very exciting future.
Now, explain to me a little bit why we would have such a long cable. I mean, usually when you're shooting, you got a beam splitter, so why would you want to have this type of a setup?
Why we want this type of a setup is to give the flexibility for the camera operator, so that the camera operator can be disconnected from the heavier, bigger part, and they could be out there just roaming around with much more freedom. If they have 3 feet of freedom, that's not a lot of freedom. 10 feet of freedom, it's in the middle. 20 feet, they really get to move around the set with the same flexibility that they need.
Now, what kind of shots would you be envision outside of just the 3D with having this type of, you know, this long umbilical cord, I guess you could call it?
You know, I think anytime you're in a small location, if you're in a set and you're up against the wall and you can't move that wall because it's a location, you can move this somewhere else and you can get this right back into the corner of that room. So there are lots of applications beyond what we use it for in 3D.
So now you guys are working obviously on these new Avatar movies. Talk to me a little about how this is going to be incorporated in these new films.
So we will use this for all of our live action filming. So whenever you see a human character in Avatar and on hard surface sets, we film those, and they have to live up to the beauty and the spectacle that Weta Digital creates for the world of Pandora, and they will be used in every live action shot of the film.
Now, you know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm not connected, but I'm surprised that there's so many Avatar movies being produced, and it seems like a lot of us don't know about it. How did you guys keep that under wraps?
Yeah, look, it's for us to keep it close to our chest and make it a reveal when we want to reveal it, but we're on about a day 120 of our performance capture with Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Sigourney Weaver, Stephen Lang, Kate Winslet has rejoined us back from Titanic, and we're doing some really great and exciting stuff.
It sounds great, and you were saying there's 4 new films.
There are 4 new Avatar sequels. Each movie is a standalone film, but the parts of the 4 add up to an even greater whole.
Wow, that's fantastic. So is there any limitations to the actual, like some of the camera functionality when you're using it in the 3D mode?
You sacrifice nothing when you use it in 3D and nothing when you use it with the umbilical cord.
Wow. John, thank you so much for sharing.
You're
This is
very
really
welcome.
cool.
Enjoy the rest of your time here.
Thanks a lot.